Hello action figure fans, this is HammerTron here with a new action figure review for you. This video goes up on a Friday, so this is Flashback Friday. This time I am reviewing the Toy Biz Fantastic Four Black Bolt action figure. This was released way back in 1994. I bought it in the store at the time, and here it is in the package. I still keep the packaging. I keep it for storage, and also the packaging does look pretty nice. And I like this packaging because it has the sparkly, shiny stuff around the number 4 here. It says Fantastic Four, as seen in the Marvel Action Hour. So there was a cartoon way back then in 1994 that this is based on. Here are some images. They look kind of like the cartoony version of the characters. Here is Black Bolt, and it's labeled as Black Bolt. And they did start changing to this kind of hook to put on the pegs. And here is the top. Here is the bottom. One side. And the other side. Here is the back. It shows you how to use the action feature. It shows you a biography of Black Bolt. The cross-cell showing the other action figures of the first wave of Fantastic Four action figures, and also the first wave of Iron Man action figures based on the Iron Man cartoon that was on TV at the same time, and some manufacturing information down here. So I've kept this stored away for quite a few years, although I did open it when I bought it, because what is the point in having an action figure unless you open it up and play with it? So I opened it very carefully way back then to keep it attached. And here you can just pull out the tray. The name tag is a separate piece of cardboard. I could pull it out if I wanted to. Here is Black Bolt in the tray. No other accessories. So we'll take it out. And we'll get him standing here. Let's adjust the camera. There we go. We have Black Bolt standing there with his arms stretched out. Looks like his legs are kind of long and spread out, almost bow-legged. So I'm sure that's based on some comic book image, although it does look a little weird. I think I would prefer just more straight legs. Let's see how tall this action figure is. According to the tape measure, he's about, well, just a little more than 5 inches tall, or about 12 3/4 centimeters tall. So nicely sized action figure for the time. And if we look at the details, he looks like the comic book version, or maybe the cartoon version. So the design looks nice. The paint looks like it's been applied nicely and straight. Nice job on the face there. The eyes look pretty good there. The antenna looks like could be a separate piece glued on there. And we have plastic little wings here, which are attached to pegs on the arms and the back. We do have some painted details on the back, so it's pretty good. And peg holes in the heels there. And the action figure does feel a little bit sticky around the thighs here, the lower legs, and the gloves. Those are pretty sticky, the arms. The body, no, it doesn't feel very sticky. The head doesn't feel very sticky, so maybe some different types of plastic, and the plastic is degrading after more than 30 years now. So here his arms are outstretched, so let's take a look at the articulation. So we have the head here, we can turn at the neck, and at the shoulders he can only go down both arms together, it latches into place there, and the action feature is to push the button on this belly here, and when we push the button the arms should go flying up, and the arms don't go flying up, but it does release the arms so we can push them up. So the action feature has apparently degraded over 30 years or so, so it doesn't work very well now, or at all really, but at least we can move the arms, and at least they do get latched into place down here, and then we have to push the button to release the arms, and then they go up. So that's the only point of articulation in the shoulders there. We do have single jointed elbows, so those are working. And at the hips, well, no waist twist, but at the hips we can kick forward this much and kick back just a little bit, kick forward this much, kick back just a little bit. Single jointed knees, go back that far, so we can put him in a sitting pose. So all the joints are still working. I hardly ever played with it when I had it open before. I mostly kept it on the shelf as a display. So the joints are not loose. So that's pretty good. And except for the bow-leggedness there, and the arms always being outstretched, it looks pretty good. Although we could keep it down like this. That looks a little more normal. But I prefer to keep it released so that the action feature doesn't get stuck, which apparently got stuck anyway over 30 years. So, nice looking action figure. Here is the Toy Biz Black Bolt action figure next to a pair of 4-inch action figures. On the right is an adventurer from an Animal Planet set I reviewed a while ago. On the left is the Fortnite Jonesy action figure by Jazzwares, and the 5-inch scale Black Bolt action figure could go with 4-inch scale action figures if we consider him to be a much larger than normal sized person. Here we have the Toy Biz Black Bolt next to a 5.5-inch scale action figure. On the left, the Masters of the Universe Origins He-Man action figure by Mattel, and that's kind of a more squat battle pose type action figure. And then a 6-inch scale action figure on the right, the Marvel Legends Mr. Fantastic action figure by Hasbro. And Marvel Comics has provided character designs for action figures for many years. Here is the Toy Biz Black Bolt action figure next to a 6-inch scale action figure on the left, the Action Force Condor action figure by Valaverse, and a 7-inch scale action figure on the right, the Masters of the Universe Masterverse He-Man action figure by Mattel. And Black Bolt could maybe fit in with the 6 or 7-inch scale action figure if we consider him smaller than usual, or if we use the 6 or 7-inch scale action figures to represent giants. I like the Toy Biz Fantastic Four Black Bolt action figure. It was pretty nice at the time, about 30 years ago, although now I prefer larger action figures with more points of articulation, and I don't really need any action features. So I'm a little disappointed the action feature on this one is not working, but it is more than 30 years old. I'm also a little bit disappointed that it's maybe degrading where the plastic is degrading and it feels a little sticky. That's too bad. But the action figure looks okay, although this one has a kind of a weird, almost bow-legged pose. And I'm kind of disappointed about the action feature kind of interfering with the articulation at the shoulder, but way back then action figures actually had action features. So it was a pretty nice action figure at the time, and it's a good addition to a collection. So all in all, pretty nice action figure. Thank you for watching my review video. Remember to like the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this action figure. Do you have one of these? Did you collect these way back in the 90s? And subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future reviews, overviews, and commentary. I will see you next time, action figure fans.